Dusty. Dusty in the leguminous plants. This is a really interesting plant, actually. This is some type of wild legume that just grows out here wild. Like, I never planted this. It just grows out here. It's pretty amazing. And it's freaking gorgeous, man. Look at this leaf structure. Beautiful flowers. Turn into... there they are. These little bean pods. They get pretty big. They get bigger than that, obviously, but that's what they do. And they just sort of self-seed themselves, and they plant themselves all over the property. It's pretty cool. Legume, some wild legume. So let's see if I can get you guys set up here. Look at Dusty. He's so funny, man. So I'm just going to be messing around today. Over here, I'm going to trim a couple of these oak limbs so that they're not, hanging solo. Because this is going to be a walking path over here that leads to the bridge. And then the rest of this I'm going to border with a bunch of trees and these pine stumps. I'm going to cut these things in half and use them as some of the border. Just, whatever I just happen to have on the property. I'm not going to go spend a bunch of money on it, but, I got a bunch of material here I can use, so that's what I'm going to use. And, yeah, so for the first part of this, I'm really just going to use the electric pole saw to trim some of these oak limbs. Then once I get that dealt with, I will remove the microphone because I'm going to be using a chainsaw, and that gets pretty loud, so I don't want to blow out anybody's eardrums. It's too early in the morning for that. I'm going to be wearing my ear pro, my headphones or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Happy day, guys. Enjoy. Yeah, it's a big boys. Yeah, it's a big boys. Got our mascot hanging out with us. Dusty the Doodle. I don't know how much of this I'm going to need, but we'll just take it all the way up. Not sure what my battery life is on that. We'll see. Oh, 100%. We're good. Yeah. Let's see if we can't get this little thing here trimmed up a bit. Yeah, probably. Actually, can I get it from back here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, I think we got that one. There we go. That's better. Now, it'll be a lot easier to walk through here. I've been keeping it trimmed up with the snips, but, I don't mind walking under it, but, I want to make it like a nice little walking area so when people come out here, they don't feel like they're having to hack through a jungle with a machete just to make their way. I don't mind doing that, but you know, I'm trying to be considerate. Trying to be considerate of others. Yeah. Now, some of these limbs got broken because I took the pine tree down that was over there, and when it fell, it knocked some of these limbs down. So we're just going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get to work on the other section, or the other part of this project. Let's see, we do not need this thing to be fully extended for this one. That should be fine. This is just some cheap freaking $100 pole saw, electric pole saw from Amazon. Nothing special. It was cheap enough that I figured if I got a few uses out of it before it broke, hey man, cheaper than renting one or buying some expensive gas powered unit. All right. We got a dangler. We got a dangler. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to that. That's way up there. Well, I guess it's just going to have to dangle. That's just the way it is, folks. That is just the way it is. All right, I think I'm going to get this one right here, and that'll be the extent of this little project. Let's see if we can extend this thing out far enough. Okay. Can we get it? Oh yeah, just barely. There she goes. She's starting. There we go. All right. Not too shabby, mate. Not too shabby at all. This little saw is pretty sweet. Got kind of a double usage because it's a pole saw, but it's also a handheld saw. So you can take it off the extender and just use it. Well, I don't have a battery in it right now, but use it just like this for pruning stuff and doing light work. Stuff I would normally do with the machete, which would take a bit more physical exertion. This little fella will do it with a lot less effort. So that's pretty sweet. So it's a pole saw and a pruning saw, which is kind of nice. And it came with 2 batteries and 3 chains. So, I mean, can't go wrong with that, right? But anyway, I think I'm done with this for now. The rest of this work I'm probably just going to use the chainsaw for. The other issue with this little guy because it's so cheap, right? The little oil reservoir is teeny tiny. I mean, it takes like, I would say maybe like half an ounce of oil is all that will fit in this little oil reservoir for the chain. So like what I just did probably ran this thing out well before I was even done doing what I did. So let's check and see if we even have any oil in there now. No, there's no oil in there. So yeah, half an ounce doesn't go very far. So that's like kind of the only major limitation for this cheap little thing. But hey, man, it serves its purpose. It works great. You know, gets the job done, and it hasn't broke yet. And I've used this thing probably 10 times. So for $100, all day. All right, what's next? Actually, go ahead and put this somewhere else. Dusty wandered off somewhere. As he does. As he has a tendency to do. He's a wanderer like his daddy. All right, so I think what I want to do here. So here's my plan of attack. I am going to use the chainsaw. I'm going to rip these rounds in half, long ways. And then, because they're so big, I don't want to just put the whole round on the ground and have it sticking up, you know, foot and a half or so, at least a foot off the ground. I mean, I do want it up off the ground a little bit. I want a border, you know, my wood border, like how I do on all my beds. But I don't want it this big. So I'm going to rip them in half and then put those halves down and just make a nice little border, excuse me, along this outside edge right here. And I'll probably leave this area here just kind of open. I don't really want to plant it out with anything. Because eventually at some point I'm going to dig the ditch out a little deeper and have it basically, you know, go all the way to the pond. And have this as like a little swale / water feature kind of thing over here. So I'll probably end up changing the landscape over here a bit. So I don't really want to do a whole lot over here just yet. So I'm going to do my border. And then eventually this whole area over here is just going to be another food forest system. So we will see how far we get today with this border. And if I feel up to it, I might even just go buy a bale of hay today and start laying it out in here. And then probably let it sit over the winter, you know, let all this grass underneath die, and then come back in the spring and start planting it out with fruit trees and different things. So I'm going to start doing some chainsaw work. That's going to be pretty loud, so I'm probably not going to record it. Maybe I will, but not in this video. I might make a different video because I don't want this video to be a bajillion years long. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I'm going to set this situation up over here, and I may or may not record it. Yeah, if you see it, I recorded it. If you don't see it, I didn't. So there you go. Alrighty, y'all. Let me get my gloves off so I can end the video. Yes? Yeah. Alright. Can't get Dusty in on the outro because he's wandered off into realms unknown. I'm sure he's over there somewhere. I mean, I could whistle for him, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll catch y'all in a little bit. Happy day, guys.